to have our next guest with us. She's the owner and creator of Three Bird Nest. It's the fastest growing and highest sales in handmade accessories on the boutique store Etsy. And have you ever been on Etsy? It is fantastic. So please welcome Alicia Schaefer to our store.
Yeah,
our store right here.
Yes.
It's our store. Okay, so why did you decide Etsy? Why was that the path?
For me, because I wanted to have a website I knew to get in front of more people to be able to sell my product. And Etsy's a phenomenal marketplace because you don't have the cost of starting up a website. You don't have the cost of trying to drive organic traffic to your site. The customer is already coming there. They already know what they're looking for. It's just a matter of you being able to get smart within Etsy's system to really drive that traffic to your store.
Sure. You, I'll say roadblocks, hurdles, obstacles. There's a lot of things littered in the path for you to get around. Like what?
You know, for me, a lot of the biggest hurdles that we had was really growing. I mean, we had the problem of, lucky enough to have a problem of growing really fast. So being able to have enough, being able to have the product to really supply our customers and get things shipped out to them quickly. So the unique part of Etsy is that everything remains handmade. So we had to have additional people that joined our shop that would, be able to hand make the stuff with us in a quick amount of time to turn things around to get our product to the customers.
Well, I know when you first tried to get products out to a customer, the first time you did it, you had very little sales, and all of a sudden, like in a week, it jumped, and you were left with all of this that you had to get out to your customers. I'm sure you panicked at the time, but did you need money to be able to hire these other people? Were you afraid about investing your own money into this?
Initially I just thought it was a fluke because we opened, the shop opened in November, and I thought it was just a holiday fluke. We were getting busy because it was over Christmas, and so it was 3 a.m. one morning, and I'm just sitting in my living room crying because I'm like, how am I going to get all of these orders out? I have no idea how I'm going to get this done. And then the holiday was over, and then the sales kept coming in. People kept emailing, wanting additional products. So at that time is when I reached out and hired our first person who came in and really helped with the shipping component of it, so I could work on, kind of everything else.
But we should also mention you have children at home too.
Right.
So
yes, I do.
How did you manage that?
It's just they work.
They
packed all night. Yeah, they packed everything for me.
Yeah, this is so key, but it's really a 24. Look, children are 24/7, and growing a business is also. So how did you manage the balance?
Really finding the time in between when my kids were napping at the time. My youngest one, I opened up the Etsy shop, was 10 months old. And so he still napped 2 naps. My daughter, who's a year older than him, was in preschool. So I had a 3-hour block in the morning, 2 2-hour blocks, and really just trying to make everything fit within that time. And then at night, when they go to bed, taking advantage of the time that you do have to get things done.
Well, if you're going to start a business, what's the most important thing that you can tell our audience what they should do first before they even start?
We touched on it earlier, and it's really be ready for success. And, my Etsy specific, if you're going to open up a shop, you want to have amazing, amazing photos. You want to take the photos, you want to put them up in your shop, you want to see how the customer is going to receive that. So if your product is on a page with 24 other products, you want to be the one that they're going to click on. Because if it's not, you just lost a sale. So being able to take photos, take additional ones, it is 100%. And, making sure that you take advantage of, keywords, and making sure your titles really describe the product. Making sure that you tell your story and your branding, that it's not just a bracelet or it's not just a headband that I'm selling. Like, this is a representation of who I am.
These are things that you learned in the process?
Oh, yeah.
You go to business school for this?
No, my background's in marketing and sales. So that's my background, but I've always had a love for textiles and leathers and vintage products. And, my mom made everything with her hands, and that's how she made money. And, it's just kind of something that I've always loved to do.
I love your style.
Thank you.
So amazing.
Thank you.
I want one of these.
I know.
Yes.
I love that.
All right. Well, you brought along some items.
I sure did.
Look at what you have here.
Okay. So today we are going to make a vintage leather bracelet out of old belts. Yeah.
Right.
So some of the belts that I brought were just ones that I picked up at Antique Fair. So you can literally use one from your closet or, whatnot.
We have some footage.
Yeah.
You went earlier.
Absolutely.
Let's roll this and you take us through what you did.
So earlier you take the belt, you want to go ahead and cut off the end to get rid of the part you're not going to use and measure it around your wrist to make sure that it's going to fit. So go ahead and cut the belt so that way it is the length that you want. And then you'll hole punch the ends, which is where you're going to put the snaps. And then once both of the ends are hole punched, you'll go ahead and take your snaps. There's 2 sets of them that you'll want to make sure that you use. One goes on one side, and you go ahead and hit the hammer, and that will actually close that snap, so it won't come off. And then you go ahead and flip it over, and you want to make sure, because I've done this 100 times, that you put the wrong one on the wrong side, so make sure that it's right so it'll close.
Another one of those.
Yes, and then you have the basic cuff that's set. And then we're going to go ahead and do one here, and we're going to add a charm to it. So you can add any additional embellishments. You can use old dog tags, you can use, charms, you can even cut out other pieces of leather that you like to go ahead and embellish it. So you can really make the cuff yours, personalize it, and stuff.
So show us a few of the embellishments and why you do, because we're going to have to step away, so we don't have time to actually demo it. But some of the things that you would add.
Yeah. So we have some of the different charms here. Yeah, so you can pick a charm that you would want to have.
And you can work on that a little bit, because we're going to step away and tell everybody to go to 3birdnest.com and you can check out some of this wonderful stuff. And I love that the photography is so important. You wonder why. Our Facebook page is a place that you can go to enter for a chance to win one of Alicia's handmade scarves that are doing.
Absolutely, yes. It's our new spring collection.
Perfect. Lovely. All right, we are coming back. We have the best wedding trends of 2015 next.